Hey, it's Jess. I'm doing a research project on ability grouping between public school students and private school students. I found a few students who are interested in talking about this topic, so let's hear what they have to say.
Hi, I'm Frank. I'm a senior at St. Paul Prep. It's a private school, and most of my classes are college prep, and I have 2 honors classes.
Hi, I'm Samantha. I'm in 10th grade at Montville Township High School, which is a public school. Freshman year, I went to the Academy St. Elizabeth, which is a private school. I'm currently in concept level classes.
Hi, my name is Jamie. I'm in 10th grade at Montville Township High School. It is a public school, and I'm currently in average classes.
Hey Frank, thanks for coming. It's good to have you. I just want to ask you a couple questions. I'm going to start off with this question.
Sure.
Do you believe that ability grouping is a good thing or a bad thing, and why?
I think it's for the better for every student. I think comfort is the most important aspect for a student. So if a student is placed in high-level courses when he or she is not able to comply with that kind of material, then they're totally left out of the loop, totally lost. So it's definitely important so that the student's comfort is with the person with the same abilities.
What's going on, Jamie? Thanks for coming.
Oh, no problem.
Now, you're coming from a public school perspective, so keep this in mind as I ask you these questions. We're going to start off with this one. Do you believe that ability grouping is a good thing or a bad thing?
I believe it's a good thing because that way everyone in the class learns at the same level and pace, and they take the same tests, and that way no one falls behind.
Hey Sam, thanks for coming.
No problem.
Before we begin our questions, I know that you came from 2 different scholastic backgrounds, meaning public and private, so I just want you to answer these questions for the difference between the 2. Okay? Alright, first question. Do you believe that ability grouping is a good thing or a bad thing?
I believe it's a good thing because you don't have to keep up with the constant struggle with everyone else, and you're at your own level, so you can work at your own pace.
Do you think that it's fair that tests determine where you're placed?
I do. I think basically if it's the same kind of test, student A scores 100, student B scores a 50, it definitely determines what kind of classes they take and such.
Okay. So, do you think that they should test you after each year?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think a test should determine where you're placed. I think at the end of the year, I think you should have a test that bases you on everything, it tests you on every single thing that you've learned that year, and then that way, the next year, you have a choice of which level that you think you should go in.
Yeah, I believe it's fair for the most part.
Do you think you benefit from ability grouping?
I think you do benefit because that way you are in the same level as everyone else. Everyone's learning at the same pace. Like I said, everyone takes the same tests. No one's left behind. No one's too ahead.
Once again, if the student is comfortable with their learning environment, they'll definitely get the best out of their teachers, their schooling, their classroom. So absolutely.
Yes, because if you're in low level, they give you an extra person that'll help you take notes, and you'll be more organized, and they get you more ready for the test. And if you're in the regular level, you're in lower level classes, you have to struggle twice as hard as everyone else.
When did you realize you were first grouped by ability?
Going into middle school, so 6th grade I remember they had high level, average, and low.
In 7th grade.
I realized that in middle school.
Now they're doing it in elementary schools. Do you think it affects the view of yourself? If you're placed in a low level, do you think you're going to feel bad about yourself?
Not really, because you'll be more comfortable when you move on into middle school and high school, and you wouldn't have to keep coming home and being upset and struggling and trying just as hard as everyone else when you can't go up to that ability.
I don't think you really feel bad about yourself because, like I said, everyone's in the same level. Everyone's learning the same exact thing that you're learning. Everyone's taking the same test. So you shouldn't really feel bad about it.
If they feel comfortable, once again, comfort. If they feel ready for that environment, they're going to learn, they're going to feel good about themselves, they're going to accomplish a lot. So, I think I'm definitely fair for elementary students as it is for college and high school students.
How can you move up or down in a level in your class?
You can just try a little harder, study that extra 5 minutes that you think you should, and that way you'll be able to move up to a different level.
Okay, so that's fair?
Yeah.
If you show positive test grades and you don't keep going down, you're just always on the same level, you get all straight A's or whatever.
Was it the same? Oh, I'm sorry. Was it the same as it was in private school too?
Private school, you just had regular classes and
High
honors.
school, it has to be, let's say you're in a college prep class, which is, that's like our average class in private school. If the student keeps on getting hundreds, consistent A's, then the teacher will recommend it to the guidance counselor whether or not he or she should move up to honors, first honors classes, second honors classes.
Do you feel that your guidance counselors help you move up or down?
Not really, because usually when you like register for the next year, they usually keep you in the same levels that you were in the previous year. So they don't really give you a chance to either move up or down.
Okay, so do you think it's fair to be placed at certain levels then?
Not really, no.
I think it is fair. Basically, if you're forced into a higher class, you're gonna totally be miserable. You're gonna be worrying about your grades consistently, and it's just gonna be a pain in the butt.
They do help you out because based on your test grades and quiz grades, they can place you to where you're comfortable at level.
Good. Do you think it's fair to be placed at a certain level?
Yes, because if you're like not as smart and you're in like an honors class, it's like really hard for you. But if you're like in concept and you're in like regular classes, it could be okay. But sometimes it's just as hard. It depends like the curriculum.
And overall, in your opinion, how do you think students should be grouped?
After each year of schooling, there should be a test given out on the like a general overview of what was discussed during that year, and the student gets a certain grade, then they get placed between each level. So everybody's on the same page.
Great. Thanks for coming.
No problem.
I think, yes, we should take tests to determine like what level you should be in, but that should be at the end of the year, and you should be able to have a choice. Like I think they should give you an opportunity to pick which levels you just think you should be in.
So not solely based on one test score?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
Okay, so you went to private school and then transferred to public school. How do you think the grouping is different, and which do you feel more comfortable in?
In private school, there was either only regular classes or honors, but in public school, you have the lower level, the regular, and the honors. So being in the private school, you were struggling more for your grades, and now in public school, I feel comfortable because I have the concept level classes, so I'm at my own level and I can take the work and everything. I'm not stressed out as I was.
Okay, good. Thanks for coming.
No problem.